All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Numbas. And I'm going to find my exam, which is what it's called in Numbas, but this could be an assignment or a quiz or a test or an exam, whatever it is that you're creating. And I'm going to click on browse this project's content to locate everything in a nice orderly fashion, and I'm looking for the one exam. So the one exam that I want to put into Canvas right now is assignment template PA. So I'm going to click on that. And it's all done. It's ready to use. The one thing I need to do is make it accessible to the public. So I'm going to publish this. Now I'm only going to make it accessible to the public for a short while, just for a few minutes, and then I'm going to unpublish it so that students won't be able to access it. So I'm going to click on Ignore these tasks and publish. And so now it's published. So it has to be ready to use and it has to be public. Now I'm going to go into Canvas and I'm going to create a new assignment. I'm going to click on Add Assignment. I'll give this a name. Or you can put in your point value of what you want this to be out of. For submission type, I'm going to click on the down arrow next to online and click on external tool. And then I'm going to search for the Numbas external tool, and it's actually called iSolve. Okay, so we're going to click on iSolve, then on select. We want to select load this tool in a new tab or an error message appears. And we can assign this to everyone. We can give it a due date if we like, and we can give it availability dates. When we're done, we can hit save or save and publish. Now we can click on the load Numbas assignment in a new window. And now I need to locate this from Numbas. So it's going into Numbas, searching for it. So the first time you do this, if you haven't done it for your course before, you're going to have to contact the Teaching and Learning Center and ask that your course be included in this drop-down list. So this course is included. So now I should be able to search for it. And this process sometimes takes a couple minutes for it to be able to locate it since I just published it. So I usually will just keep refreshing my page and keep clicking on what I'm looking for. It might take a minute or so, and now I see it. So this is the assignment that I want, and I just want to click on use this. All right, so now before going through the settings, what we want to remember to do is that if we don't want any of our students or anyone to be able to access our assessment in Numbas, we need to go back to Numbas. Okay, so we're back in Numbas, and remember we're back in this Access tab over here, and we want to unpublish it. So we needed it to be published so that we can link it with Canvas. And now that it is linked, we can unpublish it. And so it was only really available to the public for a few minutes, and now it's not available anymore. Okay, so it's no longer published. Let me just make sure that worked. Yeah, so if I click on it again, it says ignore these tasks and publish. So it's asking me if I want to publish it again. So I'm not going to publish it. Now I'm going back into where I was taken in Canvas, where I get to look at my dashboard, and then again at settings, and I'm going to take a look at the settings. So I click on settings, and I just want to go through the settings here. So for this purpose, I'm going to have the grading method be highest score. So I'm allowing 5 attempts for this assignment, but you can choose how many attempts you would like. And when to show scores to students, I'm going to make it after their attempt is complete. They'll be able to see their scores. When to report scores back into the Canvas gradebook, I'll say on completion. And if you want your students to be able to see their attempts afterwards, review what they've done after, you can leave this blank. If there's a date that you want them to be able to see their attempts, like maybe it's exam week, for example, you can enter that day that you would like them to be able to view their results or their actual attempts. So they'll be able to see what the test looked like or assignment, whatever this is, and what they entered in there. And then I'll just hit save, and that's it. So now if I go back into Canvas, I'll see that there is an assignment that was created here. And the assignment is right here, Numbas assignment PA. And I'm going to go in as a demo student right now. So I'm just going to log into this course as a student. So I'm signing in into the course as a student. I'm going to locate that test, or that assignment in this case. This is the one that I had just created. So I would be clicking on Load Numbas in a new Numbas assignment in a new window, or whatever you chose to name your assignment or test, and then Start. And then I can enter in all my answers here. There's steps in these questions, so I can use the steps and I can enter everything. In Numbas, in the settings through Numbas, we chose to have one question appear at a time and to prohibit backtracking. So that's why you only see one question at a time here. If I don't submit an answer, it's going to give me a little warning asking me if I still want to proceed. I'm going to say yes. So here are all my questions. Okay. And then I'm done. So I'm finished everything. All my questions have appeared. Now I can hit End Exam. And it gives me a warning again to make sure that I still want to submit even though I haven't completed every question. I say OK. And now I can see my grades in the class. And this over here is a setting again in Numbas if you want your students to be able to view their results. If you didn't want them to, you could have prevented that as well. And then exit, and that's it. So that's how to pair your Numbas assignment or whatever the assessment is into Canvas. Hope that helps. Thanks a lot. Bye.